While the audience is queuing in, I'm going to do a couple. Maybe one just long, slow stretch. Gosh, my back cracked several times during that. Bringing it down to my chest for gratitude, even though honestly, I'm not feeling very grateful, but I'm working on it. Kind of go all the way to the ground. Oh, hang here loosely. Let gravity do the work. Feel the tension in your hamstrings, stretching your back, kind of drag it all up. Bring the shoulders back a couple times. Oh. Sometimes just a little basic movement gives you something to be grateful for. Kind of feel in your body. I don't know. If you really focus on those feelings, it kind of takes your mind off some of the crap you might have going on it. I got some crap going on in my mind. I was so sure I was going to have a world beater day yesterday. Maybe I did have a world beater day. Sometimes when you have a world beater day, the world beats back at you a little bit. And I just realized I don't have my watch on. And when I don't have my watch on, I don't know what time it is. Got the coffee pot percolating over my shoulder, finishing up. Kind of a relaxing sound. Wasn't super excited to get out of bed this morning. Woke up and was so feeling good in bed. Woke up at 5 and felt bed was safe. Must say I felt the world was a little frightening. Some of the people in it were frightening. And kind of didn't want to get out of bed. And I was listening to some relaxing, go back to sleep positive affirmations, what I found on YouTube, and was enjoying it a lot. And have enjoyed it a lot over the years. And sometimes it'll help me drift back off to sleep. Sometimes it doesn't, but it always helps my mood a little bit. And about 10 minutes in, one of the affirmations was, and again, I don't know the words exactly, was something about doing it now. I do it now. So I figured I'd get up now, get my coffee started now, and do my show now. So that's what brought me to here and brought you to me at this moment. So good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Hello, Artom. It is, what day is it? It's Thursday morning. Oh, Jake, you are right about that. It is time for some coffee. It is Thursday morning. It is October 3rd. I think I shaved yesterday. Maybe I didn't even shower yesterday. Maybe that's half my issues. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. Probably should shower today. Although I don't work tonight. What would happen if I went 2 days without showering? Probably wouldn't make many new friends today. I don't know. I always think I smell real nice. I might be biased. Hopefully I do. Although I ate gyros for lunch yesterday. I think they kind of tend to come out your pores a little bit. But they sure taste good. They sure taste good. But anyway, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is October 3rd. It is about 5:45 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing some ups and downs in life, sharing a little bit about the journey that we're all on. And I appreciate you hopping on and sharing a little bit of your Thursday morning with me. For those that have been watching a while, you know, good morning, Chip. It's not just a show about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee. I wore my PJs today. I thought about wearing my jeans, but somebody was saying they missed my PJs this morning. I hope you appreciate what I'm doing for the show. I mean, the PJs are more comfortable than the jeans. I was trying to fancy up my show a little bit yesterday, so I wore some jeans. But anyway, back to the coffee. For those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee. You can see it right here. I'm using two hands to hold it today. It's got slightly worn out lettering that says Coffee with Ken on it. And I'll tell you what, it's so hot, it's burning my fingers. I touch it like that. Means it's going to be a good cup. Makes me extra excited for it. And my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee with you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, it's really nice. It is really nice. Thank you, Jake. Oh, I think my eyes just rolled back in my head there. I almost drifted back off into heavenly sleep. Yes, I drink it black. When I'm at home, I drink it black. I think about, I don't know, somewhere in my life, before I did a coffee show, I used to drink it with creamer. And then every once in a while, there wouldn't be enough creamer in the fridge in the morning. And I'm going, crap, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I have this coffee. I have the coffee filters. I have the water. What am I going to do? I need it with creamer in it. So I would say the number one reason I don't drink it with creamer is just the pain of those days when you have no creamer and you want your coffee. And our Tom is saying that's nasty. Our Tom, it's maybe an acquired taste, but I'm telling you, you can acquire it. And once you do, you really appreciate it. And I think, honestly, it allows you to really taste the coffee a little more than when you're doing it with cream. I do add cream if I'm at a diner or at a Starbucks or a Pete's Coffee where I've been going lately. I don't know. Because they have creamer. And again, when you're at home, you know what I mean. I mean, for those that still, you must know what I mean. The night before, you're shaking the bottle. You're going, is that going to be enough? Then it's not enough. It's enough maybe for one cup. What do you do on your second cup or your third? Or what if one of the kids or your wife or somebody else finishes it off before you get there? I mean, honestly, just would start my day on a really rocky note. And I don't like starting my day on a really rocky note. I don't know why anyone would. So I prefer it on a good note. And the way I do that is by being fairly consistent in my morning routine, and that's waking up. Once I decide I cannot drift back off to sleep, my mind is usually going in a negative direction. I catch myself and I stretch or do something or cuddle under the covers. I say, thank you, Lord, for this comfortable bed. Then I think of some other things I'm grateful for. And I usually end that on coffee. And my list usually ends on coffee. And I start thinking about what flavor I'm going to have. I got out of bed thinking I was going to have the smoked butterscotch coffee. But then I saw I had just enough for a pot of cinnamon dolce. That's what I'm enjoying today. I think the smoked butterscotch is good, but it certainly doesn't rival the cinnamon or the pumpkin spice for my favorite coffee. It's kind of nice, but it's not my favorite. Our Tom said, I do a lot of positive affirmations. I sure do. I sure do. Because I think they work. I think they help. They don't really require much work on the listener's part. And again, when I started my show 5+ years ago, I was living in a dark apartment, had a really negative self-voice, and realized I let that voice talk mean to me all day and say mean things and worry about my day and kind of run my life and ruin my life in a way. And the only way to quiet it, for most of my life was by drinking. I think probably that's what most of us do. I think that's probably why most people drink. It's to quiet their mind. They might not know it, but I'll bet you that's why most people drink. It's to quiet their mind. Good morning, Brian. And it kind of works to quiet your mind, but then it gets your body all messed up. And then when it's out of your system, your mind is more active and in a more negative place than ever before. And again, the only way to soothe it, again, for me at least, was drink some more. So, I started listening to positive affirmations to kind of take control of my own thoughts or drown out my negative thoughts and replace them with good things, and good words and kind words and loving words and reassuring words and positive words and affirming words. And I'll tell you what, I probably should do it more often. When I'm riding around on my scooter through Naperville, I'll listen to my playlist on my music playlist. I bet it would be a better use of that time listening to more positive words in my ears. More words that are telling me it's okay, or you're exactly where you're supposed to be, or there's a reason that you're going through a challenge or dealing with an issue or struggling with something, and that things are going to be okay. Because I know for me, a lot of times I never thought things were going to be okay. Heck, a lot of times in the last 24 hours, I thought I had a negative voice or a negative thing going on in my head. And that's just no good. That is just no good. Oh, yeah, we'll leave them around then. Oh, gonna cross my legs, gonna lean back. I was lifting weights a couple days ago and I got a little soreness, kind of tweaked something in my right shoulder blade. Kept working out, and then I worked out again yesterday, so don't worry. Don't fear. It's not major damage. It still kind of hurts a little bit. So I'm going to lean back a little bit, cross my legs, put my hands like this, and maybe have another sip of coffee. So how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How'd you sleep? Oh, Sleep's one of those blessings. I tell you what. I was a little bit hoping when I looked at the clock this morning, it was still 2 in the morning, but it was 5. I felt I could have laid there. I felt I could have laid there and enjoyed the safety of my bed a little bit. Probably would have, but then I'm listening to the positive affirmations and he's telling me to do it now. So here I am. Kelly says she is sick. Yeah, sick's not fun. I like to think I don't get sick. Not sure if that's true entirely, but I rarely do, and it's no fun. It's nice, though, when you can, I don't know, you might have little kids and might have things you can't hide from. Yeah, being sick as a parent's tough when you got to take care of the kids and what have you, and you don't have it in you. But if you're living alone and you can call in sick off of work, sometimes it's nice. It gives you an excuse to have a really quiet day, really relaxing day, a really day of self-care and self-love where you go, I need some chicken noodle soup. I'm going to go get some chicken noodle soup. And then I'm going to go back to bed and watch my favorite soap opera or watch a documentary or what have you. So, feel better, Kelly. Chip says his night shift is over, but he's doing well. Chip, you got a great spirit about you. I love your exclamation points. Kev says, good morning. Flew from Florida last night. Woke up in Texas this morning. Hopefully you weren't flying the plane. Sunny Girl says her allergies make her feel bad. Probably ragweed. And Shannon says, good morning. Are you just getting home, Shannon? Did you two work the night shift? Shannon's a long-time follower. Shannon might be my current oldest follower right now. I mean, I know Shannon was watching or listening probably 2 years ago. It's probably been 2 years ago. Jer Bear's an old name, too. Well, Jer Bear, thank you. Jer Bear, you're a little quieter, though. You don't always speak out. Sometimes you just listen. And that's okay. Sunny Girl says they were, too. She was, too. I was using a neutral pronoun. But then I realized that Sunny Girl was probably a girl, and I could call her she. Judy, good morning to you. Not Original's been around for over 2 years. Chip's a newbie, relatively. Kelly doesn't talk a lot, only. Yeah, Shannon, that is rough. Huh. Wonder how that is. Shannon's a hospice nurse, and she sat with a family who lost their 18-year-old, so it was a rough night. I'm sure, I wonder how that is. I wonder how much you can allow yourself to feel the emotion in the room and how close you can get to the feelings of pain and loss that a family is going through while they're losing a loved one. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Not Original said she's so sorry for that family. You know, it's hard enough when we lose a parent, and as we age, Uh, you know, it's inevitable. We're going to lose a parent. And to lose a child or a young man or a young woman like that family did, it's got to be incredible. Neon Dion said God called him young. I think that's a good way to look at it, Neon. I think that's a good way to look at it. I'm sure it's probably hard for the family to wrap their mind around the loss with anything. With anything. But just me reading the words that God called him young, uh, gave me some peace. Yeah. Huh. I'm going to go get a little topper on my coffee. Hold on one sec. Oh. Whew. Oh. Oh. So I don't know how much I have for you today. I do not know how much I have for you today. It's Thursday morning. I was really comfy in bed. But I got my day started and I did it now. And this is me doing it now. And I don't even know if my day's fully started. I just was worried that I had some leftover negative feelings from yesterday. Life is special, Shannon. Life is special. I have 2 days off in a row. Chip and Kev asked if I was working today. No, I'm not on today unless somebody gives up a shift, and then I'll take it. But I'm not scheduled to work tonight. I wasn't scheduled last night, and it's very rare for me to have 2 days off in a row. I enjoyed it last night. I ended up watching a couple movies, The Aviator, which is Leonardo DiCaprio. And what did I watch after that? Oh, I don't even know what it's called. But it was about the world turning cold really quickly. And forget who stars in it. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it as the son. And it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. I felt maybe it was like 20, 25 years ago when a bunch of movies that were very similar came out at the same time. Like Independence Day and Armageddon and this movie. And there was another couple movies where, the human race faced extinction if something didn't happen or if the hero didn't save the world. And, yeah. Do I have any new hobbies? 2 days in a row. Neon asked if there's any good movies out now. That's a great question. And I'm going to run with it. And there haven't been, or at least I don't know. I don't go to the movies very often. Movies aren't the same since in the last 5 years. And it doesn't feel movies are being brought out as often. And maybe it's just because I'm not going to the movies. And when you go to the movies, you see the commercials for the upcoming movies and you get excited about what's coming on. Or maybe it's because cable's fading away and we don't see as many commercials like we used to. Or we sit at home and we watch Yellowstone or whatever on Netflix. But I kind of miss the movie experience and enjoy going to the movie theater and enjoy, I don't know, just the whole experience. The getting out of the house, the smell of the popcorn, the finding the good seat, the soft rocking chairs that they now have. I don't enjoy the expensive prices of the tickets, but such is life. But anyway, I watched a little bit of a movie I saw, 3 years ago for the first time, Joker. And apparently the movie Joker 2, I don't know what it's really called, but we'll just call it Joker 2, is coming out. And I thought that was a really well-made movie. and a really interesting movie. And I didn't realize, as silly as it might sound, that it was actually from the Batman storyline. I just thought it was about some comedian that went crazy. And in a lot of ways, it was about a comedian that went crazy, but it was the same one that eventually becomes the villain in Batman. And I thought that was neat. And Joaquin Phoenix played a really good Joker character in it. He's kind of a eerie seeming man. I mean, I wonder what he's like in real life. I'm sorry if you're watching Joaquin. If you're one of my 27 viewers today, what would be the odds? The odds wouldn't be very high. I mean, we got 330 million people in the country, and he's just one. And if I've got, let's just say, 33 viewers, that'd be 1 in 100 million. Plus, with this social media platform, I have the capability of touching an international audience. Even the thought of those long odds makes me shudder. But if any one of you is connected to Joaquin Phoenix, please share my live video and let him know that I'm talking about him right now. I'm sure he'll be excited. I'm giving his movie some free publicity. Neon asked if there were any good movies out, and the only one I could think of was The Joker 2, but I think it's coming out tomorrow. And I might go see it. I think that might have been the reason the first one was on last night. Yeah, he's very creepy in it. He is very creepy in it. Just Wins Again, 1985, followed the live creator. Thank you so much, Justin. Or Wins Again, or 1985. I don't know what I'll be calling you going forward, but thank you so much for following the live creator. I have a lot of fun doing my show. I've been doing it on one platform or the other for 5.5 years. I go live almost every morning, talk for somewhere between 30 minutes and usually an hour, and drink some coffee. And today's coffee is the pumpkin spice. Sometimes we talk about heavier topics. Sometimes we talk about lighter fare. But, yeah. It is Coffee with Ken. It is Coffee with Ken. Shannon said Joaquin seems very unusual. How time flies. How time flies. You know, when did The Gladiator come out? Was that like 1999? He was in that, and he was kind of a creepy emperor character. Like, loved his sister. He was a good bad guy in that movie. I'll tell you what, I forgot the name of the star of that. Australian actor. The Gladiator. Time flies. Time flies. I mean, I guess I remember being at the theater. And it was a long time ago, and a lot of different people in my life ago. And watching it. And it was when I lived in Chicago, which feels like a lifetime ago. And I was in a movie theater in Lincoln Park, which is kind of the cool area, I think. One of the many cool areas to be in Chicago. Russell Crowe, that's right. And was watching it with some friends in a big theater, probably drinking alcohol. And yeah. Thought it was a real good movie. Almost too close to the Braveheart movie, which came out a few years prior. Kind of a slightly abridged version of Braveheart. Huh. You know, and again, time goes quickly. You look at Russell Crowe to today, or you look at Mel Gibson to today. Wow. So let's have a little more coffee. You know, if they were watching me from then to today, I'd probably look a lot different too. I'd probably look a lot different too. You know, those dudes are probably both, I don't know, 70 or upper 60s or something like that. Time catches up to all of us at some point. It's how we live our lives and how we face the day and how we sleep at night and how we love ourselves and how we love those in our lives that matter. How kind we are to ourselves. And again, because time goes quickly, if you are struggling out there with a negative voice or anxiety or stress or depression or some sort of yuckiness, I don't know, when is it mental health and when is it just typical yuckiness? The more people I talk to, it seems everyone's got some stuff and dealing with stuff and wrestling with stuff. And some people seem to wrestle with it and take it a little more in stride than others. But I think we're all struggling with stuff. And I think it's all shades of gray. And I don't think we're meant to struggle or suffer in life. And that doesn't mean life should be easy. But we shouldn't have to struggle through it or suffer through it or hope it ends or wait for the end or every day or day after day. Because that's no good. And I don't know how you judge it. Maybe you don't judge it. I often will say I smile more than I cry, and there's no doubt about that. And usually every day I find moments of great joy or excitement or enthusiasm or just peace and comfort sitting in a chair or stretching my body or lifting a weight. But usually there's some negative stuff kicking around as well. Yesterday there was a lot of negative stuff. And I'd been afraid of doing something for a while. And I'd kind of faced my fear yesterday and got through it, but it didn't mean the issue in my life was over, and still have some work to do on that issue. And I think realizing no amount of work we do or nothing we can do always can change the world or the people that are in it. Because they're going to continue to be the people they are, and the world's going to be the way it is, no matter what we do. But we learn to respond to it better and feel better about it and be able to put it on the back burner or be okay with some stuff we wish was different. Yeah. So the stuff doesn't change, just our attitude about it can change. And it's kind of a tug of war we have in our minds about negative stuff or appreciating the sunlight or, horrible things going on or, the laugh of a child, So it's kind of tug of war in our minds, certainly in mine. It'd be weird to go into somebody else's mind for a while. Like, be scary. Live somebody else's experience for a day and have somebody else's inner voice for a day. Yeah. Oh, I hope if I was living somebody else's inner voice or going through their experience for the day, they like coffee and they appreciated the little things like this soft chair I'm on or the fact that it's only 6:15 in the morning and that it's still dark outside and that I've been talking for about 40 minutes and that I have a free day ahead of me and that I'm hoping to go see my little babies this morning, who I miss a lot. and spend some time with them and get some things done later in the day and feel productive, but feel at peace and productive, but okay with whatever the day brings me. Full Realty says the sky is clear and the stars are pretty. I tell you, about a year ago at this time, I was living in our house that I shared with my ex-wife in Naperville, and I'd wake up real early every morning and take my dog out, and I'd have a lot of negative stuff bouncing around my head and a lot of bad feelings. But the cool air in the fall and in the winter, I'd look up and see the stars. And maybe I miss getting outside the house in the morning because I think there was a connection to me with the sky and the cool air and my faith. And I'd look at the stars and think, hey, there's got to be a God. There's got to be a reason. Thank you, God, for the stars. Thank you, God, for the light, the sky lightening to the east. But maybe if we're intentional enough, we can find that no matter where we are or what we're going through. And again, I repeat this phrase a lot because I heard it in church 6 months ago and it resonates me. Learn to walk in joy despite our circumstances. Again, learn to walk in joy despite our circumstances. Because again, life will throw us stuff. But we can't let that stuff define who we are or how we look at the day or, how the world is. So I'm going to drink a little coffee. Good morning, Josh Hogrand. The sky is clear and the stars are pretty. When I was out in Wyoming, I went to Yellowstone this summer. I'm not sure why, because the sky was amazingly blue during the day. It was amazingly blue. If you guys were watching this summer every morning, I don't know if it's no pollution or less atmosphere or what it is, but the sky was amazingly blue every day. When I come home from work, I would have expected, and maybe there were some lights in the parking lot where I was walking through or something, but I don't remember going out, and I looked. I'd look up to the sky when I'm leaving and going, I kind of expected a few more stars. It feels, and I might be wrong, when I go away and go to Michigan or go to Upper Wisconsin or what have you, I feel I notice the stars a little more at night. I mean, I noticed them. I was kind of hoping for a little more. I was kind of hoping for northern lights. The stars talking to me and saying, hey, I am God. Things are okay. But God, I worked a 12-hour shift. I'm tired. I'm working in the morning. That is why I made you strong. I don't know if I'm strong enough, God. You are. Okay. That's the way my conversations usually go with God. I think we always hope that, God gives us a promotion or we win the lottery, or I don't know, some big material thing God is rewarding us with. But I don't think that's the way God works. I think God's gifts to us are a little more subtle, a little more quiet. And it takes a little bit more faith and a little bit more perception to see those gifts and to appreciate those gifts. And I think that is the journey we are on. As life is fleeting and our time on this planet is fleeting, we learn to appreciate the little things and the little blessings and the little wonders and the, blessings that are all around us. At least hopefully we do. So, like coffee. Comfortable beds, loving children, challenging relationships. The fact that I still have a parent around that I can lean on spiritually, if not mentally. And the fact that I have siblings that support me and friends that support me and a job to go to and 4 beautiful kids and a roof, albeit a roof and an extended stay. And but a roof over my head. And again, the blessings are around us, and we need the gratitude to go with it. Ryan said, good morning. No primetime Ken last night. No, I thought about it, actually. I had the night off work, and I thought about going live last night. But I post all these videos on different social media platforms. And a little bit, I do enjoy the live experience itself. But a lot of this, hey, Alexandra Hope, thank you so much for sending me that heart, I appreciate that. I enjoy the live experience, but I'm also balancing that with the content I'm creating. And I almost felt doing multiple live videos during a day kind of borrowed or stole a future audience from the other stuff I'd done. And in a lot of ways, I felt just creating one live video a day might be enough. That's not a forever decision. But it was just, I was playing with it the other day, and I tried 3 live videos. 3 different live videos. So, let's have a little more coffee. Good morning. It's funny to say. Or good morning, Alexandra. Alexandra Hope. Hope's a good word. Hope's a good name. Faith's a good name. I think Chris is a good name, boy or girl. Yeah. Well, I'm a little quiet today, but I appreciate you guys joining me. Joy is your favorite name, Sherry. That's kind of in the same ilk. Joy's a good name. It's almost like a reminder. It's almost like a reminder to walk in joy despite our circumstances. And I will remember that as I go through my day. So I want to thank you so much for joining today on this Thursday morning. The sky is lightening out to the east. My coffee is running low in my cup, but I am blessed with several more cups in the pot over there. I'm excited about my day, and I'm looking forward to my day, and I'm thankful for the blessings I have. Even the smallest blessings. And I had a great night's sleep. And I'm looking forward to getting some fruit and maybe some cottage cheese and having a little bit more coffee. Then going out and being really productive today and getting exactly what I need done today, whatever that may be. And maybe it'll just be appreciating the little things in life and reminding me about all the blessings that we have. Because I think yesterday I was forgetting about them. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope you are feeling good. And that your week's going well. And that you got a great night's sleep. And that you're loving yourself. And that you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.